What's up, nerds? Welcome to Nerds Gone Rogue, episode 98. We're here.
Yeah!
2 episodes away. Well, I mean, after this episode, it's 2 episodes. Well, 2 episodes away from now. Yeah, I think that's how that works. My name is Matt Keel. Alongside me, as always, is the video in chief, Corey Deering. How are you, sir?
I'm great. It's been a great weekend. I played some games. I did some things. It was a good time.
All this and more on episode 98.
How are you, man?
I'm under the goddamn weather.
I know.
But
besides that, how are you?
I'm doing well. Mouth from the south, Moose Cool. How are you, sir?
I'm doing awesome today.
Awesome.
Doing really good.
How's your Monday? Good Monday?
Had to stay at work, but not as late as I thought I would. So it's been all right.
That's always a good thing. That's always a good time when you get out of work a little bit earlier than you expect.
Yeah, I thought we'd be there till 9 or 10, but we got out about 7. So I was like, that's not bad. So we're supposed to get out at 5. It's always funny how we're always we get out at 5:30. We're like, oh, we got out early today. And it's like, no, we got out on time. It's that's not early. Early is 2 or 3,
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
But anyways.
So let's get this train rolling.
Woo!
What have y'all been playing?
Well, I've actually been playing a game.
What?
A game.
What? A game?
No. Okay. So this
the hell
weekend,
you say?
This weekend, I was messaging Jason back and forth, and I'm so happy that Jason is taking responsibility from me and editing all the NGP and trophy hunters and platinum challenge stuff. I can't tell Jason thank you enough for doing that. First of all, it was partially my fault because I said I wanted to make a new intro, and that was about 6 weeks ago when he said he would do it, and been saying that for about 6 months now that he would just edit it. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to make a new intro. And then I never did. And so I made new intros to all the shows, and now he's editing, and it makes me really happy. So to celebrate all the work I did this weekend, I purchased me a video game called N++ on the Switch. And let me tell you what, that is one of the greatest video games of all time in terms of I just want to play it all the time. And the Switch version makes it better because you can just put the Switch in sleep mode when you're frustrated with a level. And on the PlayStation version, you would have to play all 5 levels to clear a world or whatever. And then now I can just be like, oh, I'm stuck on the 3rd level in this world. Well, I'm just going to put it to sleep and go do something else and come back to it. And I don't have to replay those first 2 levels. It's amazing. I've probably already put 3 or 4 hours into it because I think N+ on Xbox 360 was the 3rd game I ever got all the achievements in. And then, when it was one of the first games that was backwards compatible on Xbox. And then N++, I got the Ultimate Edition when it came to PS4. And now I can play it on Switch. It's so good. And plus I had credit left over, so I got it real cheap.
Yeah.
Nice.
Which is even better. The only gripe I have with this game is that the buttons are not mappable, and A is still the jump button. And as everybody knows, all Nintendo controllers are backwards.
Yes.
So A is over here, and I would like B to be the jump button, but it's not. So that's been quite an adjustment. And by adjustment, I still haven't gotten used to it. So
don't they the controls just jump, isn't it?
Yeah, but like I still want it on B. And then, well, there's a button that like the reset button explodes your character, and
Okay.
that's also in a different place than on PlayStation. And it's just been me trying to get used to stuff.
Because you would think that if it was like 2 buttons, they could put them on the triggers too, and then you can just use the triggers. Because the triggers on the Pro controller are real easy and really nice to like use.
Yeah,
like they're very. It's not saying that other controllers are hard to use the triggers, but I just think like theirs are nice and solid. Like they're in a good placement. It's the best placement for triggers, I feel.
Yeah, it's real nice. I'm still in the intro like section of the game, but like I refuse to move on until I collect all the yellow pellets in every world, coins, whatever they are, squares, yellow squares. So like I will literally replay a world. Like Sana and I were watching that David Letterman interview show on Netflix tonight. Yeah, and while we were watching that, like I was playing my Switch, and we watched 2 full episodes, and I played the same level for about 75% of that time because I refused to move on until I got all those stupid yellow squares. But it's a blast, man. It's just I don't know what it is about this game, and like I also went back to play Super Meat Boy a little bit because like I'm on a platformer kick now, and so I played probably like 4 or 5 levels of Super Meat Boy last night, and play a little bit more Lightfall, and play a little bit of God of War this weekend. Finally getting back to that old chestnut. Nice. I figure since our spoiler cast is up, youtube.com/NGR Radio for spoiler cast, or the Nerds Gone Platinum podcast feed. You can go there, or NGRradio.com.
That too.
I'm trying to do a better job of plugging stuff, and that's how you do it. You just slyly insert it. By slyly, I just mean like you just stop the show and just put it in there.
Beautifully done. Just
like a dump truck through a nitroglycerin plant.
Don't make me laugh.
Yeah, I need to finish God of War. That is a game that deserves to be finished. Even though I don't know if it's my favorite PlayStation exclusive so far, but like it's definitely one of those games. I mean, I think Horizon is like still the best game on the system right now, but in terms of exclusives, but I don't know. God of War is doing something different, and I want to see it through because I like that series a lot. So I'm still not very far though.
This guy.
I know. Well, I've failed the world.
You have not failed anybody.
You haven't failed the world. You haven't failed anyone.
Failed yourself. No.
Failed myself.
Anything else?
No. But going back to God of War, just throwing that axe and just calling it back, even when you're not throwing it at anything, just feels so good.
Oh yeah, it's great.
You just throw it and you're like, oh yeah. Like there's this one point where I was like fighting through some guys, and I had like used the axe to solve a puzzle earlier, and like I was fighting these guys, and I was like, "Where's my axe?" And I just pressed triangle, and it took probably like 5 seconds for it to come back. But I was like, "Oh yeah, it was stuck in that gear over there to hold the door open." So
nice.
But it's just satisfying knowing like you can just literally leave it anywhere and it'll come back to you. So, but that's all I've been playing. Lewis, what have you been playing?
A lot of Dragon's Crown Pro.
Nice.
And Dark Souls Remastered. So second. Yeah. This will be the start of the second full week it's been out, because it came out not this past Friday, but the Friday before. Mm-hmm. So loving it. Talked about my gripes the last time, but slowly getting over them and enjoying the game even more. I had to re-download my upload save, and because I got to a point, and I do it in every freaking Dark Souls game or every Bloodborne, Blood Souls game. You get to you're trained to like hit stuff, and I killed a merchant. So Matt, you know, underneath where the Spider Queen is, there's like that dude that sells you stuff, and there's a bonfire behind him. Yeah, I killed him by accident, and I'm like, oh, and they're like, yeah, he sells you stuff, like, you know, it's basically an egg that gets rid of the parasites in your body, and I'm like, oh, I probably could use that. So I'm like, I think I'll just re-download my save. So I re-downloaded my save, and I looked at my stats to see where my stats were. And the last time I saved was Friday. And so I played through, I think I played through Blighttown, and then killed the queen. And then I was just, you know, farming souls. And so now I got to go back through I might have to go back through the depths too, but I could have swore we beat the depths last week. So I might just have to go to Blighttown and wreck shop in there. But I don't really hate Blighttown. Like, it's not.
I was gonna say it too. Like, I like Blighttown now.
Like I'm not, like, people built it up to be like the most horrible place in the world. The only thing I hate about it is like the lighting is really weird that comes off you. Like 1 second you can see perfectly clear, like in front of you, it's nice and lit up. And if you turn the camera a little bit, like the lighting like changes significantly down there. And I don't have a torch, so it's just kind of like memorizing where you got to go, what you got to do. And so I know how to get to the first bonfire, and so I'm gonna get there. And then, like, I did it. You can summon people there, but a lot of people don't summon in Blighttown. They'll summon way down at the bottom. There's a bonfire. So I'm just going to try and get somebody to help me up there, and I'm just going to coast through the rest of it because I don't want to, like, try and grind it out again because I've already been through it by myself. But anyways, so I'm going to farm some stuff. I've got a Black Knight halberd, so I want to try and use that. So I need, like, 40 strength and 18 dexterity to wield that. Or no, it's 32 strength. So I need to, like, get those stats up so that I can use that and have some fun with it. But and I also like to get my endurance up so that I can use the Elite Knight set. I still can't fully wear it and not fatty roll. So, but yeah. So it's been fun. And Dragon's Crown Pro, I'm loving it. I loved it on the Vita, loving it even more on PS4. Having a blast playing the Barbarian. So, looking forward to playing more of that and beating it. So, I got to the point in the game where, like, you just have to randomly get the dragon eggs or whatever, and so you just randomly do the worlds unless you ride a horse. So,
yeah.
But I'd really like to try the other classes. Like, I was thinking about this the other day. I watched my cousin, Christian, was playing. He was doing invasions in Bloodborne with a dexterity pyro build. So I was watching him do that, and I'm like, I think Dark Souls would be the first one in the series where I actually attempt like a magic class, you know, or like a hybrid, like a dexterity pyro build. So I think I'm gonna go my traditional build with my first character, which is strength, just because, you know, that's what I do. I like the sword and board. And then I think my second character, I'll do a dexterity pyro build and just, you know, kind of follow a build to do that and have some fun with it. So
yeah.
So that's what I've been playing. Haven't really touched my Switch since we got home from vacation last week. So it's just been kind of like hanging out, you know. No, that was the week before. Yeah, it's been a while since I've touched it. But I need to get back to it. I'd like to get that. Check out, if you guys are looking for a really cool artistic RPG, you can check out Smoke and Sacrifice. It's getting some good reviews and it looks really good. Matt's been playing it, from what I hear, because I asked him about it. I said he should check it out. He's like, "Oh, you mean the game I've been playing?" And I'm like, "Okay, that's nice." Anyways, Matt, what have you been playing?
Lots of Dark Souls Remastered. I am to Sen's Fortress now. That was Sen's Fortress is the area that almost broke me. once I knew I was done, once I passed Sen's Fortress, I'm like, okay, I can do the rest of this game. And then you meet Smog and Ornstein in Orlando, and they know how to give you a bad time. But I've met both NPCs you find in Sen's Fortress, and I'm kind of falling in love with the game all over again, just because it's so nice to see these characters that I had loved for a very long time, and it's nice to have them all back again. I also know that like somewhere along the lines I am fucking up the plot points, and I've missed some things, and I'm trying to figure out how to reconcile that. I'm not sure what I missed or what I needed to do but didn't. Let's see. I've also played Smoke and Sacrifice on my Switch. I played that at work. That is a game. I'm not very far in it because I realized super early on that it was going to be too heady to play, during downtime at work. So since that's not really happening, I was playing a lot of Skyrogue again. I still love that game. I've gotten what was it, 9 days in, and that game gets super hard, super quick once you hit day 5. Like it gets bonkers in a lot of very fun ways. And I anticipate getting further in it. Also, played Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. That's still one of the best platforms.
A great game.
Like, yeah, it's so good. It's so fun. And I keep seeing the talk about funky mode. I haven't actually done it, but
the music's good too.
Yeah, well, yeah. That game has some really good music, but I like that you can actually play that game in bite-sized chunks as well as mainline it for hours.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then I downloaded Super Mega Baseball 2 and Bush League Hockey this weekend. I have not had a chance to play them because I had a lot to do yesterday, and after getting done with what I needed to do, I got home, started playing Dark Souls with Moose.
Mm-hmm.
And then we were interrupted by server maintenance.
Yeah.
And then we decided to play Helldivers, so we both did a planet, got a new weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
And then I immediately felt like I was sick. Like I'm like, I've got to go sleep. And then I woke up this morning with a 102, or no, it was like 102.8 fever, and I was just like, I can't do anything.
Yeah.
Luckily, my girlfriend took care of me. She got me matzo ball soup, and she sat with me. We actually watched Shrek and Parks and Rec.
Aww.
And I feel
great.
I feel well enough to continue. So, without further ado, well, I had a topic, now I forgot it. What do you guys want to talk about?
Well, I think we're going to talk enough about E3 next week, so I don't think we really need to I a lot of people want to know, or not a lot. A lot is very generous. We got a couple emails and tweets about hey, how are you guys gonna cover E3? And it's just probably just talk about our favorite parts of it when the show comes around. Mm-hmm. Because we have so many other shows that I'm sure Sony's press conference is Monday night, so you guys are recording Monday night, right, to talk about it.
We're
And I
gonna
know-
no, just so that people know, we're gonna try and stream it and watch over it. So Jason's gonna try and have the show so that we can all watch it and people can just listen to us reacting to it.
Yeah.
So they can
Yeah.
just watch along with us if they want.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
like the same for Arsenal X. We're gonna do the Microsoft conference and Bethesda. Like, and Moose, you can join us. I know you said maybe you would watch Bethesda with us at some point.
I'll do Bethesda with you, but is Microsoft, is that Sunday or Monday? I thought that was
Sunday.
Okay, Sunday.
It's before Bethesda, I want to say.
Well, Bethesda, I think, is at like 9, so they have to be like.
Yeah,
7.
it's at like 4. I think it's at 4 or 5
Ooh,
Eastern.
okay.
Microsoft is so. So we're gonna do that, and then and I know Jesse's out of town this weekend, so like maybe it's just gonna be whoever wants to watch it with us can watch it with us. But like, EA, we're gonna talk about stuff on Saturday night, I think. But the Nintendo one is like the big one for us. So I know Ed and I are gonna do a ton of Nintendo stuff that night. But like, we don't really need to do that because our other shows kind of take care of it. And I think the charm of our show is that we just kind of talk about what we want to talk about when we talk about it, and it's like, yeah, we'll talk about E3 when it happens. And, we'll talk about our favorite parts of it. And I don't want another like 5-hour E3 show, like,
Yeah.
I mean, it'll naturally be a longer show because E3 is so big and there's so many things that.
Well, they pile on. It's a massive just dump of information.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even the stuff that we already know going into it, it's like they still find ways to just throw more in there on top of, telling us more about what we've already seen leaked.
Yeah. I mean, there's been so many things leaked. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Rage 2, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which kind of surprised there's a new Assassin's Creed this year after they said they're not going to annualize it again, but whatever. And now all this Nintendo stuff has been coming out the last couple days. There's been an official pamphlet leak about third-party stuff, so part of it anyway. So it seems like Fortnite's coming to Switch,
which makes sense.
Smart. Probably smart.
Makes sense.
So
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll I don't want to sound like a douche, but subscribe to our channel and there'll be stuff there for you to watch from us. Plenty of us, just to subscribe. We're gonna do a breakdown of the Nintendo press conference on Tuesday live, right? We're gonna watch it and break it down and make little segmented videos out of it, and PlayStation and Xbox and all the other stuff. Matt, I don't know what your schedule's like, but
it's bad.
Yeah,
It's okay.
Well, I figured.
We still love you.
Yeah, sometimes.
Well, no, still love him. Except when he makes me hell dive instead of play Dragon's Crown. That's all right. It's hell dive.
But yeah, I don't know. I E3's always a fun time, and this show is just going to cover it like we talk about it, all the other topics. We'll talk about what we want to talk about, and if you have questions, email us and we'll answer them when we'll answer them. Whatever.
Yeah.
I've been stockpiling the last 6 weeks questions for episode 100. I think for us, episode 100 is a bigger deal than the E3 show.
Yeah.
Just because it's so close and man, episode I can't. 100 episodes.
We've done this 100 times.
Yeah.
We will have done this 100 times.
It's very true. Very, very.
I've done it half of those times. So it's not bad.
Yeah.
Well, you've actually done it
I've done it maybe 53.
Well, platinum is how long? How long has platinum been?
This is episode 50s this week.
50s this week. We're almost at 52, which would be a year for us. So we're approaching that. And I was doing this well before I was doing that.
Yeah, but you started here episode 33. I think that was when we started really starting to move you in. So that's 60 some episodes here. You've done 50. You've done more podcasting than Corey and I have done as NGR. You've done 120 episodes.
Give or take.
Yeah.
Pow Block's on 111.
Nice.
Yeah.
You're still ahead of Pow Block, so there's that.
Me personally. Yeah.
Still ahead of Arsenal X too. We've taken a couple weeks off and we've been doing extra things with that show when there's no Xbox news. So
anything's ahead of Arsenal X.
Ooh. Okay, so I remember what I wanted to talk about.
All right,
I'm glad we filled the air while you tried to think about what you wanted to talk about.
I know I'd mentioned this.
I love him.
I had mentioned this a while back in the chat, and I wanted to actually talk about it on the show because we were talking about actually doing our 10 favorite games of all time.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to do that. But
Isn't that going to be the episode after 100?
Yep, probably. Most likely.
I have my list already. You
I
told
gotta
us
do
to
my
work
list. Jesus, I gotta do my list.
No,
Okay.
Moose is going to walk into that show just like he does every other show we have to make lists for, and he's just going to wing it. He's
Yeah,
gonna be like,
It's going to be like, my favorite game is A Link to the Past. And then
my favorite games, Dark Souls 3, Bloodborne, the Old Hunters, Bloodborne the board game.
Slots 10 through 7. Yeah, Skyrim's
Skyrim, but only with Bloodborne mods on PC.
no.
No, I was just thinking like because I know when someone says, "Hey, what are your 10 favorite games?" Your immediate reaction is to go to the 10 best games ever. Like that's what you want. And I want to stress. I'm like, I want this to be our favorites, not
Right.
not what we think are the best games.
Like Twilight Princess, the best Zelda, best Zelda game.
Be your best game, man. That's you. That's you.
I mean, that should not be on any list ever. No, I'm kidding.
It's better than Skyward Sword.
True. Yes, it is. It's way better than Skyward Sword.
You make bad decisions, man.
Hey, I enjoyed my 7 playthroughs of Twilight Princess.
Jesus, 7 playthroughs?
Uh-huh. 3 on GameCube, 3 on Wii, and then the 1 on Wii U to upgrade my Wolf Link. The Wii U version, much better than the other versions because they fixed a lot of issues except for the opening. That opening is only 45 minutes, by the way. Just want to throw that out there. If you know what you're doing, opening's only 45 minutes. I think the opening scene of Okami is longer than that.
It is. The opening to Okami seems like it doesn't really stop until the end of Okami.
Yeah, I know, right?
Like, I like that game. I think it's very pretty, but I feel like people like that game too much, and you know, good on them.
I kind of agree with you.
But
Like it's a great game for the time, but it's still stuck in that time.
Like if there was a game I could point to as over goddamn rated, it's Okami.
Yeah.
And that's despite, you know, how good it is. It is a very good game, but it is not as good as people who love it will tell you it is.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's probably like Dark Souls. Like, it's not as good as I will tell you it is.
Ed's probably crying in a corner right now because you said Okami was overrated.
And I stand by it. Sick Matt stands by Okami being overrated.
Matt's on that truth juice right now.
Oh man,
It's that water.
Oh,
Drink your beer, guys. He's not.
I can't drink beer.
Water.
Can't
But
drink
anyways,
beer. It'd be like episode 0 all over again. I'd just be.
I just like you to know I'm drinking a Daycation IPA for you, sir. I just stayed home today.
You know, for episode 100, I'm gonna grab a couple beverages for celebration.
Uh-oh.
I rarely drink, but when I do, it's gonna be a celebration.
That's a good man.
Probably gonna be something you'll make fun of me about, but that's okay. I don't
Hey,
care.
you know, as long as it's not Bud Light Lime, I think we'll be okay.
Nope. It will not be Bud Light Lime.
Well, that's good. As long
Some
as
line and Kugel.
oh God, no! Leave the.
It will not be Lion Kugel either. I had a friend that I used to work with that was obsessed with like the summer shandies from Lion Kugel. Like he would like store them in his garage to drink them all year round. So because I guess they only sell them like certain times of the year or whatever.
I mean, at one point I liked the limey shandies. At one point I did, and then I did.
Matt got good.
Yeah,
as the kids say.
Mm-hmm.
He got good. Matt got good.
Wait, Phillips in the chat. You know what's worse than Bud Light Lime? Bud Light Apple.
I've seen orange. I've seen Bud Light
what?
Orange.
Bud Light Apple?
I didn't even know that was a thing. I didn't know that was even a thing.
That tastes like the taste in your mouth after you've puked after drinking. It's the only thing I can imagine that tasting like.
God damn it.
Maybe it's just in Canada.
That's probably the only place they could sell it.
Why couldn't they do Bud Light maple syrup? I mean,
that would be cool. Or just Budweiser maple syrup. At least do a respectable version of their beer. Bud Light is like if you just want to get trashed and you're cheap and a college kid. Drink Budweiser if you're real.
Bud Light is basically the basic bitch of beers.
Yes.
Yep. Fair.
Bud Light and then Corona. I will throw Corona in there because fuck Corona.
Man.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I agree.
So now Corey, he's gonna show up with Coronas.
Yep. No, I'm just kidding.
With lime.
And it's not even going to be a real lime. It's just going to be that fake lime juice that you just squirt into it.
Oh, that's brutal.
If I see you do that on the air, I swear to God, I'm quitting. I am severing all ties.
No, it'll be something light that my wife turned me on to. I don't remember what it's called. I just know it comes in a giant white can, and it's delicious.
Giant white can.
I don't know. It's not even like probably real beer, but it tastes good.
Sana's drinking that box wine, thinks she's classy.
she's not that classy. Her wine comes from the gas station.
Yeah.
Hey, sometimes the gas station has good wine, man.
Is she drinking that Night Train, that Boone's Farm?
I think it's like Barefoot or something. I think that's what it's called.
Oh God, no, not the bear. Ugh.
Well, she hasn't been drinking anything for a long time, actually.
Well, yeah, it's because
that's good. That's good.
Water, actually. The whitest of wines.
The whitest. Wow. So when we talk about our 10 favorite games, like, is there anything you guys want to clarify with the lists, as it were, or do you think saying 10 favorite games is enough? Does this mean, like, because I know like my 10 favorites are not the 10 best.
Yeah,
because I clearly
just 10 favorites is fine.
Okay.
Yeah,
because I know some people when you say your favorite game, like, oh, you think that's the best one? I said, no, that's my favorite.
It's my favorite. It's my personal opinion. It's my list, motherfucker. You don't like it, you don't have to listen. You know? That's what I say.
Yeah.
I'm
totally expecting to be made fun of the whole time, but that's okay.
Even if we did the best place even if we did the best games, on Switch or PlayStation or Xbox, it's still our opinion of what the best game is. So it doesn't matter,
So apparently, Philip says, you look young with that haircut. And he thinks he saw you carrying a tiki torch on the news. Why you got to do that, Phillips? Like, I love you to death, man. Just don't do that.
He's terrible. He's terrible.
He's terrible.
TRBL.
Terrible.
You got bass and you got terrible.
I'm just happy we're not on the western side of the state. So.
Oh, God. I'm glad I'm not in Western Pennsylvania. Screw that. No disrespect, Andy. Because he's in Pittsburgh, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
As far as I
Guys, breaking news. Astro Bears Party on Switch is only 99 cents.
What the fuck are we doing here?
I don't know.
What is said game?
I don't know. I just got an alert that said there's an eShop sale and it said Astro Bears Party is 99 cents.
I think you need to do some diligence.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna find out what this bear game is.
It's 99 cents, man. Why not?
Let's find
There's a
out.
Hitman 2 logo.
Yeah. I think that's the game that WB was teasing today. It said 72 hours. Great deals. Good. Let's see. Ooh, NBA 2K18 is only $19. Did you see that the standee leaked for 2K19 already, and it's LeBron? That's going to be real awkward if they have two Cavs players in a row that leave.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Well, I don't think LeBron will leave.
How's that championship go?
I don't think he is going to leave either.
Warriors are up 2-0.
Yeah. Okay. Here's the description for Astro Bear Party. A competitive party game featuring bears in spacesuits. Astro Bears is an easy-to-learn, hard-to-master game about running around a planet, avoiding each other's magical berry ribbons. Jump and hover over ribbons using a jetpack, performing dashes to threaten your opponents. Be the last bear standing. Choose one of 4 bears with different playstyles in battle between 2 to 4 players. Take a challenge in single-player mode and beat your own record in jetfish hunting. And it just ends. That's just how it ends.
That's a grisly level of weird.
Gosh, some of these people need to hire some writers to write their game descriptions. Anyways,
Astro Bear Party.
The graphics are interesting.
Terrible.
They're not terrible. It looks like a small team, and this is their first game.
Oh, the Adventure Pals are on Switch.
What?
Boom, boom, boom. I don't know when that dropped, but Jesse just shared the picture with us. Apparently, he has nabbed it. Cool.
Wait,
He should.
What
It's
did he
really
nab?
good.
Adventure?
The Adventure Pals. The game that Matt's been talking about. He's been playing with Reba. Where you got the giraffe in your backpack.
I just didn't hear what you said at first. A story of love, giraffes, and hot dogs. That sounds like a lot of good things.
Yep.
It was, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Giraffe tongue helicopter. It's a good time.
Also, Lego City Undercover, $14.99 on the eShop.
That is on Switch. I should get that.
That's a fun open world Lego game.
Yeah, that was like secretly the second best game on Wii U.
Yeah.
Fair. You know what? Fair.
Mm-hmm.
Behind what? Breath of the Wild?
No, behind Super Mario Maker.
Oh. Yeah, fair.
Wait, so Breath of the Wild was 3? Damn, dude. Okay.
Matt sets his bar low. So when the game's good, he gets excited.
Dude, I'm just...
No, it's not what I'm... Like, I think... But I mean, I actually forgot that I played Breath of the Wild on Wii U.
I think a lot of people forgot about a lot of things on Wii U.
Mr. Q, would you like to retract your statement?
No. No, I'm not going to retract my statement. I'm not going to change it. I'll say it now, and then I will say something different later because I'm fucking human. All right. I'm not saying anything that affects public policy. I'm not Donald Trump saying, yeah, I have legal right to, I have absolute right to pardon myself, even though I've done nothing wrong. Like, if you've done nothing wrong, why are you looking at the ability to pardon yourself? Just saying.
I can't believe that was a real topic of conversation the other day.
Yeah.
Like, whatever. I can't.
Nope.
I can't.
You know it's going to suck. Pence. Oh, that's going to be rough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would rather have Trump than him, to be honest with you.
At least Trump is a clueless baboon. So.
I mean, as opposed to the smart baboon that is Mike Pence.
I'm not saying he's smart. I'm just saying in comparison to Trump. You know?
I mean, we definitely put the inmates at the head of the asylum.
We did. We did.
Okay, before we get this any further down the crapper that we're in, it looks like the Capitals are going to go up 3-1 on the Las Vegas Golden Knights, and I'm sad.
That sucks.
Still alive.
Still alive, yeah, but
talk to the 2016 Cavs who are down 3-1 to the 73-win Warriors. Guess what? Cleveland's first championship since the 40s. You're welcome.
Yeah, but the Golden Knights do not have the hockey version of LeBron James on it.
Yeah, they do. They got that goalie. He's like the Wizards version of Jordan.
No, he's not.
He's a joke.
I mean, he's a good goalie, yes, but he's allowed 4 tonight. So,
man, all of a sudden my nose just got like super stuffy, like just like right now.
I'm getting you sick.
Yeah, through the waves of the internet. Internet is contagious, guys. Watch out.
and Phillips brought up Captain Toad. Yes, Captain Toad is an amazing game. It's one of the
Super Mario 3D World is also one of the most underrated.
Super Mario 3D World is really good too. It's
underrated 3D. Yeah, that game is amazing. I want 3D World 2 really bad. Now that we got pleased everybody with the Mario Odyssey 3D Mario, we can have 3D World now.
I feel like they're probably going to do a lot more porting of Wii U stuff to Switch.
I agree. And I think Pikmin 3 is going to get ported. I think that's going to be the next major Nintendo game to be ported is Pikmin 3 while they work on Pikmin 4.
Mm-hmm.
Even though they said Pikmin 4 was in development for Wii U and almost done before the Switch was even announced. So,
yeah. Oh, I did some digging because I still do this. I'm still looking for Hollow Knight when it comes out on Switch. Apparently that game's almost done. So they did an interview on May 18th. They said we are basically at the finish line. They went into detail about, their philosophy of development and how they feel it lines up with Nintendo's. They want to make it shine. So yeah.
Wonderful 101 is another one that might get ported too. It's been getting a lot of buzz lately.
All this is telling me is that the Wii U was a better system than anybody wanted to give it credit for. It really was.
I mean, yeah.
It really was.
Its library was good. The system was nobody wanted to play the system was the problem. Nobody wanted to play with that controller and that online infrastructure and that slow operating system. Like that's why the Switch is basically the Wii U 2. Like it's the Wii. The Switch is everything they wanted to do with the Wii U without actually pulling it off.
Well, I think the Wii U was the test of the Switch.
Yeah.
It was like they didn't. It was the demo unit that didn't finish cooking.
Yeah. You know what? Port all the games. I don't care. Port them all.
Yeah.
Port them all. I can trade in my Wii U versions and play the Switch.
Make this library even better.
Yeah. Then give me some GameCube games while you're at it.
Yeah. No, they're not going to do that.
I know. I think like everything I just read today makes me think Nintendo is less and less interested about bringing their I think this new regime at Nintendo wants to move forward instead of looking back.
Yeah,
I think they are very not interested in bringing their retro stuff to Switch.
I think
except for like the online.
That's been like the last couple of regimes.
No, not really. Like the Wii and the Virtual Console was huge, and that was the same regime. That was a similar regime up until Kimishima is like the bridge between Iwata and this new guy, right? But I still kind of consider Kimishima like part of the Iwata regime.
Okay.
So.
All right. So we are doing nothing but aimless chit chat. I'm going to take us to 20 questions. What do you say?
But aimless chit chat is fun, Matt.
I agree. But I feel like we should just get to 20 questions.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be disrespectful to anybody, but I do know that I will start to fade, and I will be.
You're offending me.
I will be at the point of no return sooner than I'd like tonight.
Listen, I respect your decision to make this decision.
I mean, we already decided. We already decided it was going to be a shorter show anyway because you don't really feel good, and I think we should probably start doing that anyway.
Yeah.
Whatever. It'll be a good time.
We'll have a longer show next week. Because we're going to record. For the viewers that are out there, we will not be recording. Oh, is it next week or the following? It's next week, isn't it?
Next week, we will not be recording on Monday.
We'll not be recording Monday. It'll be later in the week. We'll let y'all know. But the reason we're not doing it on Monday is because I will be recording the Sony. I will be watching the E3 conference.
Yeah, and
we're going to try and stream it. So.
Yeah, and also next week, for you listeners of multiple shows on this network, Arsenal X will be up on Tuesday next week instead of Power Block, and Power Block will be Wednesday because Microsoft conference is first, and Power Block's Nintendo's conference is on Tuesday.
Awesome, makes sense. That's a good move.
Yeah,
and we might try. We still might even try and do like a recap Tuesday night, like talk over it, and then depending on how tired we are after the show, just be like, let's just record like an hour long recap on Tuesday night and still have something to put up.
Yeah, that's what we're doing on Thursday. Is it like we're gonna do the whole conference thing and kind of break everything down for people on that Wednesday show, and then the Friday show or Thursday we're gonna record just like a 45-minute recap of like our favorite things and what we thought of the conference as a whole. So yeah, and I assume you guys are gonna do the same. So.
When is NGR recording?
Whenever.
Okay.
What works for you, sir?
I don't
know.
Ed and I are recording Thursday right when I get home from work. So
okay.
I'm open every night. Open every night.
I'll
just like your mother, Trebek.
Yeah.
I said that to your mother last night.
Okay, we must now go to 20 questions.
We'll take 20 questions for the rapist.
Oh, jeez.
Or 400.
Therapist.
I can read, Trebek. It clearly says the rapist.
Okay, this is... All right, this is now 20 questions. How it works
I'm asking
is
all my questions in a Sean Connery accent.
All right, Corey's now Sean Connery on Saturday Night Live. It is my game this week. I have a game in my head. Moose and Corey have to guess it, and they have 20 questions to do so. They are yes or no questions. They have 30 seconds to ask each question. Every 5 questions, there's a 2-minute huddle for them. And at the end of question 20, they have 5 minutes to just figure out where they're at, see if their head's on straight, make sure they're not just, waving their dick in the wind. After that 5 minutes, they have to have a guess or I win. If they guess wrong at any point, I win. If they guess correct at any point, they win. Basically, they have to be right to win. Gentlemen, start your questions.
I'll go first.
Okay.
Was the game released before January 1st, 2000?
No.
Is this an indie game?
Yes.
Is it in my library?
Yes. Actually, no, it is not. It is not.
Ooh. Does this have a pixelated art style?
No.
Ooh.
Is this game exclusive to a console?
No.
Ooh, multi-platform. All right, we got to huddle. We got to We got a lot of information. On
We
those 5
have
questions.
got a lot to go on.
Yeah, we do. Multi-platform,
Indie, and it's
indie
not
game, not pixelated, not
released after 2000.
Matt, can I ask a clarification question?
Yes.
I said pixelated. I probably know the answer to this, but would you consider a game like Guacamelee pixelated?
No.
I would not either. Okay, I was just making sure. Just clarification. Okay, so not a
No,
pixelated game.
I think like Celeste pixelated.
Right.
Oh yeah,
Iconoclast pixelated. That's
Okay.
pixelated.
Yeah.
Super Meat Boy.
Yeah, I wanted to clarify that. I knew the answer, but anyways, sorry.
So do we want to try and narrow down time frame console? Because then we can really try and figure out what type of game it is.
Yeah, we could do that, and we could try to do genre also.
Right, do genre,
combat.
Because I already asked if it's exclusive to a console, and he said no.
Right.
So that means it's across multiple.
Yeah. It's multi-platform, not pixelated. We could try to narrow down art style as well, like either like realistic or kind of.
We could still go our regular
animated
combat route. We go what is it? Is it side scrolling? Is it first person? We could ask those questions.
Yeah.
So,
we can do that.
Okay.
So genre, combat, maybe art style after that.
Sure.
Okay. Got it. All right.
So genre, combat. So you're up first because you're 6.
Right.
I'll be
Okay.
7. Okay. All right. Cool.
All right. Let's do it. Let's do it. Can you shoot things in this game?
No.
Okay.
Should I ask first? Should I ask first person?
You can. Doesn't matter.
Is this a first person game?
No.
Okay. Stupid asking that question.
Is there melee combat in this game?
No.
Ooh. There might not be combat at all in this game.
Is there platforming in this game?
Yes.
Ooh. Ooh. Do you play as a human?
No.
Ooh.
That's 10.
Sounds like Super Meat Boy.
Your
Yeah,
clock has started.
That's too easy though. It's not.
And it's
Super Meat Boy.
technically not pixelated. What else? What indie games?
All right, we got a huddle.
There's no combat.
No combat. You asked platforming, right? Is this a platformer?
As far as I know, the answer.
He asked if there was platforming. He did not ask
Yeah.
if it was a platformer.
Well, yeah, okay. And you
I
said
started
what?
as platforming.
Yeah. What did you say?
He said
you said
yes.
yes. Okay.
So there's no combat. There's no melee. No shooting.
You don't play as a human.
There is some platforming.
What if he uses N++ against me?
He could, but
No.
I guess you're assumed to be a human in that. It doesn't confirm it.
I don't.
1 minute, gentlemen.
You play as a ninja. The description says ninja.
Well,
So-
that has to be human. Ninjas are humans.
It's a stick human, but
Okay. Fuck.
we could ask if you collect things, if there's any type of. I still am like hung up on this combat thing.
Yeah, there's no combat.
Yeah.
So it's indie.
Yeah.
Do you want to try and narrow down
20
HD?
seconds.
Like which quote unquote generation it came out in?
Yeah, let's try to narrow down generation. I think that would
10
help.
seconds.
So it's me. Do you want me to ask if it was initially released during the HD era?
I need a question,
No,
guys.
I want to know which like PS3 360 or PS4 Xbox One. So ask one of those.
If it's on that generation.
Yeah.
Was this game initially released on the PS3, Xbox 360 generation
No.
platforms?
Was it released on the current generation of platforms initially?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Initially, this gen, there is platforming. There's no combat.
And the Switch is part of this, right?
Yeah.
What about that sneaking game that he was playing?
Oh, never stop sneaking or never something. The Metal Gear
Yeah.
spoof one.
I mean, there might have been combat in that, but you were sneaking in that, and that's not a first person.
Yeah, I don't know enough about that. I don't know enough about that.
Because you're playing. Keep your ropes, guys.
You could ask him if there's. It's your turn, right? You could ask him if it's like a parody game, like if it's making fun of, if it's spoofing something.
Okay. Is it a parody game?
No.
Okay. Multi-platform. Combat.
Not in my library. Do I have that? That would be a question. Do I have access to the game? Because if I do...
Are there vehicles in this game?
No.
Okay.
You don't play as you. What if it's like if he's going old school with Pixel Junk? Like Nom Nom Galaxy.
Because Pixel Junk Monsters 2 just came out. It's on the brain.
Yeah, and Nom Nom Galaxy, and then a bunch of their old games. But I think he used one before, like one of the older ones on PS3. So it's on PS4.
The only Pixel Junk game I've used was in Season 1. It was Pixel Junkies in Eden.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Yeah. That's the game I was thinking that you used. Oh, God, what can I ask? We haven't asked if it's a side scroller, did we? Because that would narrow things
I need a question, gentlemen.
We did not ask that. We asked if there was platforming, and that was it.
Is this game a side scroller?
Yes.
Okay, so it's a side scroller.
All right.
2 minutes has started.
Okay. What do we know?
Side
scroller with platforming, no combat, not pixelated, don't play as a human. Came out initially this gen.
Yeah, so it's not like it's a remaster. It's a new game to this gen.
Multi-platform.
Yeah, because it's not exclusive.
All right, so where do we want to go from here?
I have no idea.
I wonder if it's like a roguelike or something. Do we want to try that? I don't seem like this is where it gets hard for me because I don't play enough indie games or to like.
Well, I was thinking it could be Minute, but it's not Minute because that has combat in it. You can pick up a sword and hit stuff.
Speaking of minutes.
1 minute, right? Maybe.
Yep.
Matt, you're so funny. I don't really. No, we could go like first. You already asked if it was first person, didn't you?
Yeah, it's a 2D side. It's a side scroller.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. You just said that.
With some platforming. That was my last question.
Okay.
So 16 is you. So
where do you want me to go with this?
15 seconds.
Western developer, Eastern developer.
Oh, you want me? We could see if this game was like well received too.
Yeah, we could do that. We could ask if it's a well received game.
Okay.
Need a question, gentlemen.
Okay. Is this a Western developed game?
Yes.
Okay.
Western. So, American, Canada, Brazil. Was this game well received?
I don't know what reviews were. I wouldn't say well received, but I do think it was positively received.
So it's kind of like in the middle of the ground.
Yeah. I mean, its Metacritic score is 80. So
that's actually pretty well received.
Well, I mean, that's why I'm saying positive, like, because it wasn't universally shat upon, and it also wasn't universally praised.
Yeah.
No.
Do you collect things in this game?
Yes.
Okay. Collect things in this game. Dang it.
What am I asking? I don't even know what to ask.
I don't either. You want to ask if there's Metroid elements to it? I don't really know because, like, if there's no combat, why would you be collecting new weapons?
Is there puzzle solving?
No.
Oh no, I don't know what to ask because we only have one question left.
Last question.
Where do you want me to go, Moose?
I don't know. I've got nothing. I don't even know what it could be.
I'm
probably gonna kick myself when he says what it is.
Is there any sort of upgrade path to this game? Like, can you upgrade your character in certain ways?
Pause for a second.
What if it's an endless? What if it's an endless runner?
Well, like what? Like those Rayman Jungle games, or like, I don't know, Temple Run or whatever. Independent game. Sort of well received.
Because that's all I could think that doesn't have combat. You only have puzzle solving because you just keep going. He said no puzzle solving. Right?
No, there's not an upgrade path.
Okay.
I don't know. I really don't know any.
5 minutes
games.
starting now.
Was there a Sonic one? I know there. Yeah, obviously, there was Mario Run or whatever on iOS and Android.
Yeah, there's a Sonic one also, but if it's an indie game,
I have no idea. I have no clue. I'm drawing a complete blank with this. So, Jesus.
I don't even know where to go. What 2D games? I mean, not pixelated. Like, my mind keeps going to Celeste and Super Meat Boy, and
yeah,
you don't play as a human, right?
No, you don't.
That's what we decided.
Yeah,
and there's no combat. Don't play as a human.
1 minute has gone by.
No combat.
Sir, wait. You asked your 20th question, so we have to guess the game now, right?
Yeah.
You guys are in your 5 minutes now.
Yeah, we're in our.
Yeah, to guess the game. Right. Recently, I can't even think of 2D side scrollers with like no combat.
I know. Like, I mean, would you count as jumping on something as combat?
Now, wait a second. What about Sonic Mania? Because it's a 2D side scroller, you collect rings, but you don't. Like,
it's not an indie game.
Okay.
And it's pixelated.
I appreciate where your head's at, though.
Because technically,
Lemmings
you're just
2.
rolling in the like you're not, you're not punching and you're not shooting stuff.
2 minutes have gone by.
There's no upgrade tree. I'm stuck.
I have no clue.
Yeah, I really don't know either. I'm trying to think of like higher profile platforming. And
It's got an 80.
it's got to be a What are some of the challenging platformers out there, like side-scrolling, besides Super Meat Boy and Celeste and N++? What are like the high-profile like indie platformers?
To be honest, I don't know.
3 minutes have gone by.
What was The End Is Nigh? Is that a platformer?
Yeah, but it's pixelated.
Is it pixel? I don't know. I'm not familiar with the artwork.
There it is.
Okay.
Has a Super Meat Boy-esque vibe to it, but darker.
Yeah, but would you consider Super Meat Boy to be pixelated?
I think Super Meat Boy is pretty pixelated.
Okay.
Nope, it's not.
See, that's what I'm saying, and it uses the art style of Super Meat Boy.
There are sections of Super Meat Boy pixelated, yes.
Yes, but I don't think Super Meat Boy is pixelated because it's pretty cleanly drawn.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's got solid lines and looks like like a hand drawn.
Do we want to try The End Is Nigh because there's no combat?
I don't think there's any combat in it.
It's multi-platform.
Yeah, because it was made by the dude that made that helped do Super Meat Boy. And they're from America, as far as I know.
America. Meat.
And I think it's coming to other consoles. It first came to Switch, but I think it's coming to other
already
consoles.
on other consoles.
It might already be on other consoles. That would be my guess. Would be The End Is Nigh, because wait, don't you play as a human in End Is Nigh?
Not really. It doesn't really look like a human. You're like a little like black blob. I don't know.
Okay. I wonder if he's okay. Okay. That's all I got.
You guys got 10 seconds.
That you want to go with that then?
Yeah, go ahead. Go with it. Let's see what it is.
Is it The End Is Nigh?
Fine job, gentlemen. End is nigh.
Yeah! I pulled that out of my butt. Thank you, sir.
Salutations. I went for something that was definitely not in your library, unless you got it.
No, I don't. I don't. I don't have it yet, but I want to get it. I was thinking of nabbing it on PS4, but
that was one of my top 5 games of the year last year.
Yeah.
That game is super fun and super difficult, and it is a very good platformer. And you guys did well.
You done did.
I'm proud of you both for getting that, because everything you guys asked and got yeses, everything led to it. I'm like, all right, so if they miss it, they just don't see it. They forgot about it. Fine, but no, that was a well played game of 20 questions. With a well played game of 20 questions being over, that brings us to the end of Nerds Gone Rogue, episode 98. Moose, where we find you?
You can find me at Svhenn, SVHENN, on Facebook, Instagram. I am on Twitch, which I might start streaming a little bit with Dark Souls. My cousin's been doing it, so I think I might just throw it in a little bit here or there. So you can follow me on there if you watch me fail at Dark Souls. Also, you can listen to me, Jeff, and Jason discuss the PlayStation platform on Nerds Gone Platinum, which goes up every Thursday morning, I believe. Yes, if memory serves me correctly. You can tweet us at ng_platinum. You can email us questions, comments, and concerns, especially revolving around E3 if you want us to talk about something specific. You can email us and we'll try and get to your questions probably in our recap show, and if not that show, we'll talk about it the next week's episode. So that's where you can find me. Corey, where can we find you?
You can find me at CoreNHD on Twitter and Instagram, and you can find me on Nintendo Power Block and occasionally Arsenal X, which is our Xbox show. And next week's going to be a big time for both shows. So we're going to do little segmented stuff for the YouTube page specifically about the games that we see. So it's going to be a good time. So head on over there if you're not watching there already. YouTube.com/NGR Radio. Like, subscribe, and share, and click the bell.
Yeah.
That's how you
do
that.
I love how completely unnatural you make that feel.
It is unnatural because, like, I don't know. Anyways.
It's self-promotion is really difficult, man.
I hate promoting myself. I just want people to enjoy it without, like, hey, guys, I'm blah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All that.
Yeah, no, that's right.
I am Matthew Keel. You can find me at infinite_rewind on every social media platform I choose to be on. That includes PSN, Instagram, Twitter, and I am on Twitch as well. I haven't streamed a lot lately. I should probably just work that into a routine at some point. Moose, next time you guys stream a trophy challenge, make sure your voice is actually shared, because the last couple times I've not heard you.
You know what? He probably doesn't have it set up on his party chat for that. Because my voice is shared. It should be during recording, unless I did change the setting after I got my PS4 Pro. I'll have to check. But thank you for the heads up, because I'm sure he's sitting there sounding like he's talking to nobody.
Yeah, there's a note in the Dark Souls remastered Part 2 video that he put up that says, "Note, it sounds like Jason's talking to himself, but there's somebody in his party chat that is not activated in the stream."
All right, I'll have to go change that before I go to bed.
That's okay. So find me every podcast-wise. Find me here every Monday, except for next week because we're recording on a different day because of E3. You can also find me on Thursdays at noon on the B-sides, where we just sort of riff more so than we do here. And
is that even possible?
I mean, I could make it is. Considering we talk about stuff that I feel like B-sides have become this thing where we just talk about not video games.
Yeah,
a lot of the time. Like, I think that's more of it's like our warm-up show. Like, for people who aren't watching right now, we record B-sides and the show at the same time. And our B-sides is kind of like, how you guys doing? You want to talk about this? Okay. And then basically, like, the topic is either Corey and I talking most of it or Moose and I talking most of it. Very rarely is it all three of us really. And the ones where it is all three, those are the B-sides that tend to go for an hour.
Yeah.
But and then here we just try and stick to the video games. But sickness is wearing me down. Corey, take us home.
All right. You can find Nerds Gone Rogue every Monday at 7 a.m. Eastern Time on your podcast service of choice, including Spotify now, including iHeartRadio, including iTunes and Google Play and Stitcher and wherever else you listen to podcasts. I think I've covered most of the bases. If you are watching this video and want to take us with you and don't use any of those services, please email the show at ngrradiopodcast@gmail.com or email us questions as well. I've got a stockpile for episode 100. It's going to be a great show. So please come check out episode 100. It's gonna be a good time. I can't believe like 2 years has gone by already. So
yeah.
Check us out on YouTube at youtube.com/ngrradio and on our website at ngrradio.com for other content as well as all of our videos. Download our family of shows: Nerds Gone Platinum, Arsenal X, and Nintendo Power Block. Check out all of our other content on our YouTube page, our Let's Play shows, and all kinds of other good stuff. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, we love you.
Yeah.
Banana and out.